I sort of felt it might be funny if I started the stream while Barnacles was off taking a leak. Yep. This is that awkward silence moment, where like all of a sudden... It's kind of like when the news anchors are sitting there picking their nose or something and someone's like, "Psst, you're on!" And they're like, "In today's news?" And it's kind of like that. He doesn't know I started the stream, so everyone be quiet for a moment. He's off taking a tinkle, if you know what I mean. Oh, here he comes. Shh, shh, quiet everybody. Quiet everybody.
You son of a bitch. Did you start the stream?
Of course I did.
You son of a bitch.
Of course I did.
I had to go pee, Jay. It was in confidence, okay? Weak bladder.
All right, we're going to go ahead and roll that intro.
Jerry went potty and Jay started the stream. Why'd he do that? What a dickhole. We all need a little bit, but it's okay.
I wonder how many people are going to hashtag Jay's a dickhole.
Tonight's hashtag brought to you by hashtag Jay's a dickhole.
All right, well, we're back. We were off yesterday because it was your birthday and you wanted some time off, and I was like, sure, you take that time off. I went to bed early that night, actually. Thank you for that.
You are welcome. You deserve it, too.
So why don't you go ahead and tell everyone about your Movember campaign real quick, because you've got a pretty good one going. And if you guys aren't aware of what Movember is, I'm sure Jerry would love to tell you guys what that is.
Yes, I absolutely would. Okay, so this is my 4th year supporting Movember, and it's actually a really cool charity and organization that supports men's health, mainly prostate and testicular cancer. I was like, testicular cancer? Anyways, the stuff that affects our junk down there. So this year I've actually got a huge team forming. So I'm trying to get as many people to join. If you can donate, that's also... Oh, did you like the emphasis on huge? What?
Yeah, you were like... You said you're talking about junk, and then you're like, I got a huge team going.
Huge team. That's what she said. But basically, I'm trying to get people to come over and join up the team. So I am going to find the link here really quick so that I can tell you guys where to come to get the Movember Awesome-gasm. I think it's Movember-gasm.
I thought you were supposed to start growing a mustache.
Dude, this is it. I shaved on... Oh, my God. Dude, this is what it'll look like for like the next 10 days. And then it'll start to look a little bit like a mustache. But you know what? I do it for the cause. Well, guys, if you'd like to join my team, and you don't have to donate, just join the team or just spread the word. Go to bit.ly, so bit.ly. You guys all know the bit.ly links. And it's Movember-gasm. Movember-gasm.
There are more sexual innuendos in your Movember campaign than any one of my videos.
That is true. So come on over and grow a mustache and save some balls.
Why do we only have 600 viewers in here? Come on, everybody. Tweet it out. Let's go. Wait,
we only have 600 viewers in here?
I don't know, something like that. It's a little behind. I also just randomly put that it was Tech Talk 59. I don't know if it was 59 or 60. I couldn't remember. That's why I said I think. Can't remember.
We run a tight ship here, guys.
We do. We prepare exactly 6 minutes prior to the show.
We do. Literally, like I get on Skype and it's like, all right, 6 minutes to go. You got anything you want to say? All right, here I'm going to share. Let me share this link out now that we're live here to get the masses.
Look at all the Jay's a dickholes in the chat.
Oh, are we getting? Is everybody Jay's a dickhole bombing?
Look at the chat. That's all it is.
Hashtag Jay's a dickhole. Jay's a dickhole. Make sure to do it on his Twitter too. He appreciates it.
I am a considerate dickhole.
Here, I'm gonna tweet out. Come watch Jay and I talk about dickholes.
I dare you to do it. I dare you. Oh, man. Oh, God, the number is 666. That's terrible.
Oh, my God.
People are asking what I'm eating. It's raisins, guys. I'm not eating chocolates. I already rated the kids' candy.
This is what I ate.
Oh, okay. So I told you before I started the stream.
Yep.
Okay, Jerry is a parent. I am a parent. I'm about to be a parent of 2. Quite a few of our followers are parents. We have a lot of older followers.
Yeah, people like the hump, apparently. That's what we're getting at.
People are like rabbits.
It's fun.
So if you're a parent of a child old enough to be going to school, you all know that eventually, and I think someone's banging on my door, I'm not even sure. Eventually, yes. I can't open the door, I'm working, speaking of the kids.
Daddy is working! You're supposed to say just a minute and then like rattle around your desk and stuff like you're frantically trying to put things away.
I think she went running away. Anyway, if you're a parent of a child who's old enough to go to school, eventually you get that message that starts with, there was an incident today. And usually you never know what the rest of those words are going to be. And as a parent, you hope for the best, but you expect the worst. Well, there was an incident today, apparently, after getting to the bottom of it, because the teachers, of course, didn't bother trying to get to the bottom of it. The parents had to. Apparently, I have always told my daughter, stand up for yourself. Don't be bullied. You guys know my life. Bullying is a bitch. I told her, do not tolerate it. If someone puts their hands on you, you make sure that it doesn't happen again. So someone today, apparently she was getting ready to go into the bathroom stall, and someone pushed her out of the way, and she really had to go. So this kid pushed her out of the way and then shut the door on her face. My daughter apparently kicked the door open and punched her in the face. Like so I'm proud, but at the same time, it's like, well, that's not really the right way to go about it. But yeah, so now we have to have a powwow about it at school. We have to talk about this incident. I'm like, I don't know what the incident is. It sounds more like a solved problem to me.
See, it's people like your daughter that bullied me. You know, I'm just kidding. I got my ass kicked so much in school growing up. I can't honestly remember a single fight I won. Like, I was probably in hundreds of fights. Like, a lot of them sent me home, too, like bloody and ripped clothes. God, I was a horrible, horrible fighter. So,
you know what, Jerry? You're the kind.
I'm going to teach Xander how to, like, I'm going to teach him everything about every, like, martial arts and, like, how to do the Vulcan neck pinch and all that stuff.
You're the kind of guy, though, that you have to respect, where if you kept getting your ass kicked but still didn't back down, damn it, Jerry.
Oh, I didn't. I was one of those kids, too, where it's like the bullies would walk by and be like, hey, what's up, fat ass? And be like, hey, what's up, loser? And then they'd come and beat my ass because I always had to say, well, you guys can imagine, right? I'm a pretty sarcastic guy.
You're getting your face pounded in. Is that all you got?
Yeah.
Oh, is that all you got?
Is that all you got? You know, they rip my clothes or whatever and start like poking me with a knife. And I'm
I
like,
didn't like that shirt anyway.
I
didn't like that. I dare you. I'm stab proof. Look at me. Come on, do it again.
Yeah. No joke. When I was in, I've been expelled from 3 schools, like completely expelled. Had to actually go to a different school district. And the funny thing is, I never won any of the fights. They just kick me out because usually when more kids want to beat you up than you want to beat up, they figure you're the problem, get rid of you. But no, I was in a fight once at God, what was the school called?
School?
I'm trying to remember the name of the school, but anyways, it was like it was one. Huh?
Does it matter?
No, it does because it was like in like a really bad neighborhood. You could probably draw some context.
It would only matter to the locals who follow you.
Probably. But anyways, so I go to the school, and one day I get in a fight with a kid, and the kid's like way smaller than me, right? He's like one of those little popular little punk kids or whatever. And I was like, oh, dude, I can smash this guy. So I throw him against the locker, and I'm like, yay, I'm winning. And then 4 other guys grab me and rip me off of him, throw me on the ground, and start kicking me until I had blood coming out of my nose and my mouth.
That's what always happens. See, that's the problem. So, that's the problem with you being short. Like, no one's afraid of someone who's short and fat. But if you're tall and fat, that's another thing. Yeah. Like in school, I was in plenty of fights, but all of them was like I did everything I could to avoid it. And then it gets to a point where you're backed into a corner. And I tend to, like, I don't know if we've talked about it before. I know you and I talked about it personally, but like publicly, yeah. I mean, like fits of rage and such. I would get like rage blackouts and like not know what the hell is happening, and I wait. It's like you come to and everyone's like laying on the ground around you, and you're like, oh, I did this. And
your ears are ringing and you're twitching.
Yeah. So I always hated that, but I always tried to avoid it. Anyway, yeah. Tech talk. So we don't have any specific topics set about, so I have some like headlines going here. And there's one of these headlines that just stood out to me that I could not help but reading because it's one of those like here's your sign kind of moments. If you guys don't know what here's your sign is, it basically is when you say something stupidly obvious. It's like here's your sign. The sign basically says I'm stupid. So it's
Jeff Foxworthy's best joke, like most famous joke.
Like for instance, you're on the side of the road changing a tire. Cop comes up and says, "Tire go flat," and you go, "Nope, the other 3 done swelled up on me. Here's your sign." There's an example of a here's your sign. So, Dr. I can't say his name.
He didn't butcher that name at all.
His name doesn't matter. He says, "I'm very pro-technology," said Dr. Sanchko Luchanev, lead author of a research letter concerning Google Glass, and a clinical associate professor in the Department of Ophthalmology at the University of California, San Francisco. Right? The guy's kind of important. Okay. He says, "I am an aficionado of all things new or novel, and I myself was an early adopter of Google Glass, he added. But I almost got into a car accident when I was driving with it, and the device was even turned off, so it really alerted me to how much of a peripheral vision blind spot seemed to be blocked by the frames. He's now on an anti-Google Glass campaign to get them banned while driving."
Wow.
Guys, this is another one of those perfect examples where laws are passed because of one dipshit. And the guy is a freaking professor at the University of California, and he had to learn through experience what happens when you put something on your face that blocks your vision when you're driving.
And I also like how instead of him just like owning up to it and being like, yeah, I was a dipshit and I was irresponsible, he's like, fuck, I'm going to just get it banned and then I can brush it off like, wow, I'm the smart one still.
Like, I'm saving lives.
Yeah, it's like, wait a second, I could just admit that I'm a dipshit and really got in this accident, or I could just go get it banned by everybody and then my insurance company will fully reimburse me. It's like, I don't know what these people are thinking.
I don't know why. That one really stood out to me.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a lot of people asking me about the tweet I made regarding the 290X, and I already filled you in a little bit offline. Guys,
do it. Tell them.
Well, I'm not going to tell them now. There's a video on it. This is the R9 290X Matrix Platinum.
Otherwise known as the Goliath card.
Also known as a spaceship.
Here, show them next to the other card. I want them to see how big it is.
Oh, yeah.
Like, here you go. Here's size comparison.
There's the 760.
Right, and the 760 is already like a huge monstrous card.
Well, it's not that big, but it's about the size of the 680.
I mean, are those like 120? What are those, like 90 or 120 millimeter fans on the damn thing?
Look at the thing. They're 100 millimeter fans. Look at that.
Jesus.
So anyway, guys, let me clarify something real quick. Now, and obviously now there's people saying the stuff like, "Oh, Jay is an Nvidia fanboy." Guys, I don't dislike the 290X whatsoever. I don't necessarily like this 290X. This exact one. And we're going to talk about that in tomorrow's video or Saturday's video. I'm debating not doing the editing tonight. The video's already shot. The benchmarks are done, the video's shot, the graphs are made. I'm just debating taking the night off tonight and doing an after party and playing some games and doing the video Saturday.
Oh, so. I wish I could join you, but I got to polish these. I suck at mining Bitcoin, so I made my own.
I was trying to think of a joke, but I couldn't think of one.
No, dude, they're actually metal. Like, look.
Oh, wow.
They're printed in 80% bronze dust. So hopefully these will polish up and look like pennies when I'm done.
Amazon introduces Amazon Echo. What is Amazon Echo? I don't know.
Oh no, you buy something and then it automatically bues it again and again.
It's
and
like
again.
Siri. It's like Siri for your house. That's all you need is your house hearing and repeating everything you say.
Has anybody ever watched, what is it, Space Odyssey? What is it, 2001 Space Odyssey?
Yeah.
Hal, I cannot let you do that, Hal. I want a sandwich. Sorry, Jerry, you're too fat. Oh, I hate this house. Or it'll be like Google's voice recognition and be like, Jerry, toilet water mailbox sand. It's like, what? I didn't say that.
LSD says in the comments, he says, don't normal glasses block your peripherals? There are some glasses out there that have pretty thick frames on the side that could block your vision quite a bit. I mean, if you're as tall as I am or like Fractal Josh, dude, half the horizon's already blocked by the top of the windshield anyway.
I think Google Glass just needs to have like a peripheral sensor on there that like gives you like a little visual warning when something's coming from that side.
Nerf Dog says the 290X is easily the best bang for the buck. I'm going to have to disagree with you, sir. I'm going to have to disagree with you wholeheartedly when 970s are beating
Nvidia
290s.
fanboy.
Are beating 290s and hanging with 290Xs for cheaper depending on the models. But if you want to go with an AMD card, the 285, in my opinion, would be the best bang for the buck. And you remind me of the old Nvidia intros, yo.
Yeah, that's what that's exactly what I was trying to mimic. Was those old things you start up the game and it's like Nvidia.
I know, right?
Why is that on every single game?
The logo comes in and it's all the way it's meant to be played.
Yeah, didn't it always like spun and you could actually disable it in the SL, like in the graphics card settings, you could disable it because it wasn't a part of the game. It was just whenever it switched to that graphics mode, it was like,
yeah.
Oh my god.
Final save point says, Jerry, can you print some small truck nuts to stick in my case? What is that? Truck nuts? What's a truck nut?
Truck nuts to stick in your case.
I wouldn't be able to print
like you wouldn't want to print nuts with this. I mean, it's like it's held together with like plastic, so it feels like bronze. It weighs like bronze. It polishes like bronze, but it ain't bronze. Like it's not like gonna be strong.
Receding axis is correcting the way I say peripherals. Peripherals.
Peripherals.
Peripheral.
How do you say it? How do you say it? Is it peripherals?
I don't know, but according to the English, we've been saying aluminum wrong this entire time.
Aluminium.
I was going through some comments the other day, and this guy from the UK like was lividly like spitting pissed. He wrote a diatribe of how stupid fat Americans are because we can't pronounce aluminum, and all I replied with was, "There's only one N in America." And that made it even madder, apparently. So,
oh my god,
I found that to be pretty funny. So a lot of people are asking about Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, Jerry. Why don't you go and give a little mini review?
Oh, I see how it is. You're going to throw me under the bus. No.
I don't play it.
Okay, so
It's an advanced bus.
It should have been called Call of Duty Titanfall without the robots, but I'll be honest, it is fun. It's better. Okay, it's better than Ghosts. Let's just start off with that. It's better than Ghosts, okay? But it's also not Call of Duty. It's really not. I mean, it's like everything's like massive futuristic weapons. It feels more like Unreal Tournament. The graphics seem like they're
Let's be honest.
More cell shady. Like they don't have that same realistic texture. Not that COD ever really had.
Let's be honest though. Modern Warfare was already a bit futuristic.
No, it was a bit futuristic, but now you got like double jump rocket boots, and there's a gun that shoots like a freaking like laser beam out of it, and you've got like freaking like orbital platforms shooting laser beams down and killing people.
If only some other game had thought of that.
I know, it kind of feels like they stole everything from every other game. They're like, oh, that double jump thing in Titanfall is pretty cool. Oh shit, that Hand of Dawn from Halo is pretty cool.
Can you wall run?
What's that?
Can you wall run?
You cannot wall run. They said that'll come in an update.
It's a patch, yeah.
Exactly.
It's DLC.
But it is.
Sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Okay. I didn't mean to cut you off, but it just reminded me of something I saw on TV the other day. If you pre-order the Halo Master Chief Collection, you get fucking unlimited ammunition.
That's a joke, right?
No, it's not. It was on TV. If you order it from GameStop, you get unlimited ammunition. Okay.
How is that even a fun game at that point?
Okay, no. I was all for like, okay, pre-ordering and you can get like a custom skin or a custom like model. Not flat out game advantages. This is getting ridiculous.
That's really fucked up.
I went straight over to Boogie's. I went straight over to Boogie's channel to see if he's talked about it yet, and he hasn't. But this is just getting stupid now. Pre-order the game and get unlimited ammunition in Halo Master Chief Collection for all the games.
Yeah. Pre-order the game and you can skip right to the end level and kill the boss with one punch.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. Oh, perfect score. Yay. Oh, no, I think that's complete bullshit. But as far as Advanced Warfare goes, it's a fun game. It just doesn't feel like COD. It doesn't. It's smooth. It's a very, very smooth game. It runs good. It's got a bad lag problem. The network lag's ridiculous on it, but I'm sure that's just launch related problems that they'll get worked out at some point. Because like literally, and the hitbox detection's a little screwed up on it. Like I literally was running up to wine bottles on a rack and punching them, and I'd have to like move by like a fraction of a millimeter back and forth to punch it just right to break it. It just seems like the hitbox detection's like kind of screwed up a little bit. But it runs smooth. It didn't crash on me, and it was fun. I genuinely did have fun playing it for a couple of hours, and you know, it gets you frustrated like COD does. I mean, no matter what, you get frustrated playing that game. But I don't know. It's hard to say. As a COD, it sucks, but as a game, it's all right.
But you know what, though? I've said before many times, the only reason I don't like Call of Duty is because I originally loved the franchise from the beginning through 4 because I liked the World War II aspect of it. Once it went modern and future, I wasn't interested in it anymore. But I'm watching the chat here because it's caught up for people hearing what I said about the pre-order for Halo Master Chief Collection.
Yeah.
I see people asking, like, wait a minute, is that for multiplayer too? It doesn't actually say. It just says pre-order now and get unlimited ammunition for the competitive edge or something like that. And then the commercial is a guy, he's drawing like a picture, like a self-portrait in the wall, right? It's like, it's almost like in the old Red versus Blue, like cinematic kind of a cartoony. Right. He's sitting there shooting the wall, and he's making like a portrait and stuff, and he's like a little there, and a little there, and a little there. And a guy walks up to him and is like, hey, man, what you doing? He's like, oh, I'm just making a portrait. And he's like, really? So it almost, with the other player walking up to him and talking to him, almost alludes to it being a multiplayer feature. But if there's unlimited ammo in the multiplayer as well, I just, gaming
the game's ruined at that point. Like, nobody will play it. Like, the launch edition players will just run around and play each other, and nobody else will ever log in.
Yeah, and the other question is it all weapons? Is it just certain weapons? Is it just the battle rifle? Do you get like unlimited rocket launchers? I mean,
they'll probably have a DRM like if you don't have the launch day version or whatever, they'll have a DRM a week later. It's like buy unlimited ammo for $69.95 a year or something.
Yeah, the season pass crap.
I hope they don't do that. Oh, for the love of God, I hope that's some kind of a joke. Or even if it's in single player campaign, that's stupid because that just completely kills the game. Like, the whole point is managing your ammunition and picking the right weapon at the right time. I mean, if you just run and gun the entire thing with a rocket launcher with unlimited rockets, it's going to be a pretty easy game.
Does it give you unlimited grenades? I mean, it's like, what the hell, you know?
Watch, it probably gives you like unlimited ammo on the little pea shooter gun, on a taser that's only works within 20 feet and it takes your life away. There'll be something like there'll be some bullshit there.
Every time you shoot it, it taps your life.
I hope that's not true because oh my god, that'll just ruin games. I'm still waiting for like I've seen advertisements slowly creeping into games, especially like racing games where you like see the billboards and they have like externally updating ads for like big companies like selling stuff like actual real tire companies and stuff like that. I'm just waiting for games like COD to be like running around. There's like a Pepsi machine and you walk by and it talks to you and it's like, oh, thirst quenching, push number 1. I'm waiting for the whole ad aspect to come in and invade games. I think that's coming next.
Oh yeah, it's like in between matches. There's going to be like scrolling like billboards and crap.
Live Jasmine will pop up like, at the bottom of the screen between everything. If you don't know what that is, then you don't visit enough sites. I'm just saying.
So in the men's health section of the Guardian.com,
yep,
it's talking now about how the digital age is actually causing or it's putting the mental health of children at risk.
I can agree with that.
It's talking about cyberbullying, sexually explicit images, violent video games. Man, I don't know.
I don't want to agree with it, but I kind of have to because.
But I feel like the digital age is also accelerating the intelligence of our children at the same time.
Oh, hugely. It's all in how you use it. But I'm just saying, if like you're a dipshit parent, you don't monitor what your kids are doing. Like my parents didn't know what I was doing. And I was on the internet committing all kinds of crazy bullshit when I was younger. And ultimately it led me, I was doing hacking and freaking and all that stuff. And it led me to a cool job. I learned how to program at a very young age. But my parents had no idea what was going on. And yeah, it did change me. I think I'm a good person today, but boy, there's some rough little passes there along the way where I could have easily gone the other way.
Remember when the AOL chat rooms first came out?
Dude, I was on the AOL chat room.
I know, right? ASL.
And
makes you wonder how many middle-aged men you were really talking to.
Dude, me and my friend Jake used to troll people on the AOL chat rooms. And remember IRC too, Eskimo North and IRC. Yeah. So we'd get on there and we'd go into like these really bad channels and like change our name to like LIL Girl 13 or something and then just join the channel and it'd be like message box. You get like 40 message boxes and we just click on each one of them. And the person would be like, oh, how you doing, little girl, or something like that. And they start talking dirty to you. And then we'd use that, what's it called? Remember the finger protocol?
Yeah.
So the finger protocol, the way it worked is you could take somebody's IP address, which you could openly get from IRC back in those days. You'd take the IP address, feed it into finger, and it would pop up, and the ISP would actually give you personal information on the person that currently has the lease on that IP. So you could get people's names and phone numbers, and every ISP back in the day used to do this.
Yeah.
I can't remember why they did it, but they stopped doing it because obviously it made it really easy to track people down. But we'd go on these chat channels and we'd troll these guys, and as soon as they started getting really dirty, we'd go run the finger protocol, and then we'd be like, dude, you're sick. I'm your next door neighbor. I live right next door. Here's your address. Here's your phone number. Here's your name. Dude, I'm going to call you in 10 minutes. And then it'd be like, boom, so-and-so logged off. We would just troll these people into the dirt. We like made a game out of it.
And Jerry called me a dickhole, folks.
Hey, they deserved it, man. Fucking hunting pedophiles off the internet's my favorite thing to do.
You know what's funny is I just noticed
if you get in a car and crashing into something at 60 miles an hour. Okay, anyways, you were saying?
If you look at the chat layout, it's funny how I'm wearing a cotton button-up shirt, and I'm wearing one down in my bobblehead, and you're wearing a cotton T-shirt, and you're wearing one down in your bobblehead. It's like our personality is perfectly captured. I just noticed that.
They are. Wow, we're predictable folk.
Yep. Oh, my goodness. All right, guys, if you guys want some topics that you want us to talk about, I suggest you guys start writing the topics down in there. Oh, I'm still seeing hashtags Jay's a dickhole. I can tell who's joined late.
I'm glad we got that out of the way right in the beginning.
It's okay. I will take it as a term of endearment.
Yeah, no, the internet, dude, I remember back when I was young, it was a really horrible place. You'd get on IRC and people would try to lure you to places, and it didn't matter what your name was. They'd try to lure you to rob you and shit. Like, it was...
Oh, dear. I don't know if I should click this. It's an article on Hard OCP. It says, this video is not safe for work, has nothing to do with technology, and aside from us thinking it's really damn cool, we have no reason to post it.
Click it. Click it now. It must click.
Oh, I see. Immediately I see boobs. They're covered, but I see boobs and a gun.
Ooh, this got to be good.
Hold on. Let me mute it real quick.
Just don't show it on stream or we'll get flagged again. Oh, let's see. Oh, people talking about Half-Life 3 over here in chat. Wow. Jason Zion says meat spin. All right, kudos to you, sir. Let's see. Oh, GTA 5 first person. What do you think about that?
I'm actually looking forward to that. GTA has always been fun to me from a third person shooter. But first person shooter, I am all over that.
I do not beat a lot of games. Like, I don't have the attention span for it. I usually get through like 50, 75%, and I just never play. So there's very few games. I could probably count all the games I've beat on two hands. And I will tell you what, GTA 5, like, I played that thing all the way through to the end in a couple of days. It was, like, so freaking engaging. And to be able to go through that all again in the first-person perspective, even though it seems like, wow, you're not really changing the game, it's going to be a completely different experience. I mean, I'm excited.
And because I only have my Xbox 360, which I rarely play, I've not played it at all. So the entire experience for me is going to be first-person.
That's true. And it's one of those things where I watched the footage and I mean, I was blown away. Like, they did a really good job modeling the inside of the cars and the jets and stuff. I mean, it doesn't look like a real hacky thing.
If that's the reason we've had to wait an extra year, I'm okay with it.
I am too. I think GTA is one of those games where it's like now I hope that you can just openly switch points of view. I hope you can go from first person to external. I hope you don't have to play through in one or the other, because there's certain places where I think the third person perspective is the best, but I think it's awesome when you jump in cars, basically flip that and then just go, hauling ass around town first person. I mean, that's going to be like Forza Horizon with guns. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the reasons why I liked playing Driver San Francisco, because of the first person realism, especially with the sandbox effect. So basically, that video was just like a first person shooter recreated type of video. It was like a real life shooter video. Like
is that what it was?
Battlefield in real life kind of thing. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of silly.
Let's see. What about the Zalman bankruptcy? What is that? Oh, apparently that was. Oh, go ahead.
I know. I literally had just clicked on that. It says the Financial Supervisory Service is focusing on whether or not Kosdaq listed subsidiary Zalman Tech violated corporate accounting rules. The FSS said that it is strengthening monitoring of stock movements as the subsidiary stock trade volumes surged from October 17th, just before Manuel filed for court receivership.
Apparently, the bankruptcy is fake, but there is an investigation, right?
The investigation is saying that a whole lot of assets were basically moved right before somebody filed for receivership. So basically, it was like hiding of assets. That's what they're investigating.
Gotcha. Some people were saying they went bankrupt, but apparently that's a red herring. But they are having some issues.
Zalman, yeah. And it's funny because Zalman was one of the OEMs for a long time too.
Somebody said my headphones are on backwards.
Are they?
I don't know.
Yeah, they are. They are. The L is right there on the headband.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Remember, Jerry, the cord always comes off your left ear in America.
Hey, for the record, this is not recorded in stereo. That is it's a mono microphone, so it's kind of hard to tell. I could get the same exact signal to both ears.
I could get the zoom and hook it up and go left and right.
I feel like such a noob. You guys caught me with my headphones on wrong.
You are a noob. So there's a lot of rumors already starting to come out about the if it's even going to be called R9, but the 300 series graphics cards from AMD reported stacked RAM technology.
Stacked RAM.
Yeah, well, it's actually, how the RAM is placed around the GPU and the PCB.
Yep.
It's actually Nvidia started talking about this about 2 years ago. It was this generation Maxwell was originally going to be the stacked RAM, but they pushed it back another generation. Stacked RAM basically is where all the RAM is on top of each other, on top of the GPU.
How the hell do they dissipate the heat?
I'm waiting to find that out myself.
That's got to be, they must have like some kind of heat piping or something in between them that channels the heat out, because you can't just like stack. That's like stacking a hot plate on top of a hot plate on top of a hot plate. Yeah, sure, your cup of coffee gets really warm at the top, but the rest probably fucking thermally melt down.
Yeah, I don't know. It has to do with the actual communication time between the different RAM modules and the GPU is cut down something like 9 times faster. Ooh. So let's see. That'll be exciting, but I don't do speculatory videos, and it's sad too, because I could probably get a lot of views and a lot of subs based on the whole speculatory stuff, like the people who put up the iPhone 6 videos a year ago. But I don't like to talk about speculation. I don't do that.
I like releasing videos like after something's not even relevant anymore. It's like, that's what I end up doing. Is it's like everybody creates the video, and then like 4 weeks I come along with the same.
You mean like me doing the R9 290X Matrix Platinum? What?
Well,
8 months?
I did the 1+1 video, right? And that was like everybody else already did their 1+1 video, and I did mine like dead last, and it still did really good.
Still, you did it within relevance range. It's like I'm talking about a graphics card 8 months later.
Next week I'm reviewing a Super Nintendo console.
I'm talking about a card that is sold out worldwide nobody could go buy the card even if they wanted to. So, because the Matrix was a
fairy gave it to you.
The Matrix was a limited edition graphics card.
Did you make it?
I printed it.
Did you 3D print it
myself? I did it myself.
Oh my god. Let's see what other topics we got over here. We already got people saying if we hit 1,000 likes, I'll do a truffle shuffle. Like, come on! I did not agree to that, people. I did not agree to that.
You sort of set that up as the norm a long time ago, though.
That is false advertisement, folks. We only got 136 likes. I think everybody in here hates us a little bit.
Just a little bit. That's
why
normal,
do you
though.
hate us?
If everyone likes you, you're doing it wrong.
That's true. That's true. We're just doing our civic duty as fat nerds on the internet, spreading the gospel. What?
Jerry, are you streaming tonight on Twitch with Jay? No, guys, Jerry is working tonight.
No, tonight I got to work. I've actually got to edit one video, finish shooting another video. I think that's 2. And then I got to figure out a rock polisher shaker thingamajigger that I've never used before. So that's going to be interesting.
It's going to also polish down the edges of your coins, so they're going to be awfully rounded.
That's okay. I don't mind. Well, I'm using fine grit walnut media. They said that it's supposed to be the best for like not knocking off detail. We'll see though. Hey, even if it's rounded, it'll look cool. I mean, I think I just want it to be shiny. And then I'm going to use what is that? Brasso, the bronze brass polish or whatever to patina it, make it look all old and stuff. Hopefully they turn out good. If they do, I'm going to sell each one of them for 65 or for the price of a real Bitcoin. What is it, like $400 now? I will sell you a fake Bitcoin for the cost of a real. I would trade you this for a real Bitcoin.
Shallow and pedantic.
And I got shallow and pedantic, very shallow and pedantic. And I've got a nice little stack here.
You heard, guys. Jerry's got a fat stack.
Actually, these are just the dummy thing to test the shaker because I was afraid to stick this guy in there first. So
you can shake them apart.
Yeah, Groot doesn't get to go in the shaker until the coins look good. If the coins look brilliant after a couple hours, then I'm chucking Groot in there. But
I do have to admit, though, the detail on that print is very good.
I know, right? I got to clean his eye up a little bit. Looks like he's got like sleep in his eye. But other than that,
it's sleep. That's what it is.
The detail on his is phenomenal.
It's sleep. That's what we're going with.
Oh yeah, he's got sleep in his eye. Groot, what are you doing? I am Groot. I am Groot. Oh, let's see what we got here. Use a brass tumbler. That's what I got. YouTube BB said use a brass tumbler. Yeah, no, I picked up an 18-pound brass tumbler. It's capable of tumbling 1,000 223 casings, so it should be enough to polish Groot, and it should be sufficient to polish my little head because I like to polish my little head. Yeah, I'm gonna polish it for like 4 hours. It's gonna be awesome. Actually, I already polished this one by hand a little bit. You can kind of see it's already creepy as shit. Hey Jay, how's it going, Jay? Let's talk about things and stuff today, huh, Jay? Oh yeah, Jay.
Jerry has made lots of shower babies.
Look at my nostrils.
I do think it's funny how, since so many people pointed that out, you now make a conscious effort to have your camera up higher.
See, so this is proof that cyberbullying it is effective.
Cyberbullying. Everybody thought cyberbullying Jerry's camera, would you?
You cyberbullied me and I had to move my camera. Actually, no, I just started putting it on top of my light stand here. Like, so my face is actually lit. I did have it down here before. Like,
what did it say? What's Jerry? And it's gone. Never mind.
What's Jerry?
What do we think about 3440 by 1440 monitors? They're a high-resolution wide monitor. What else is there to say?
I'm trying. You know what? I did my first 60 FPS video the other day. It wasn't even all 60 FPS, just because YouTube did it. I was like, oh, I'll do the time lapse in 60 FPS, and it actually turned out nice. I liked it. So now I want to hopefully get one of those GH4s so I can start shooting 60 FPS and 4K.
I'm curious to see how the replay and the archive does on this, because I am actually sending it up to the server right now at 1080p 60 frames per second. Because everyone's like, Jay, do 60 frames per second. We want 60 frames per second. Yay! But, guys, my camera does 1080p at 29.97. If you're not very fast at math, that's half of 60. Actually, it's just slightly less than half of 60.
Yeah, and if I look on the settings on the stream, it does just say 1080p HD. It doesn't say 1080p 60 like it does when you upload a 60 FPS video.
Well, because right now it's getting raw encoding. You can't slow down the FPS because that's the FPS it's actually receiving it at. And when it processes it, then we'll have to see.
Ooh, that could be interesting. I'm interested because if we were in 60 frames per second, that would be baller. Hey Jay, is there any way to get these Canon cameras to do 60 FPS at 1080p? Are we doing this again like we did before the show?
Oh, how did I do it? I was like this.
Yeah, you were like that, and I was like,
I can't wait to see what memes come of that one.
we literally did that staring contest for like 2 minutes before Jay finally broke. We did that right before the show. We're just like the second the Skype call connected, Jay's just like, it was just, and I just locked on my face. Oh my god, dude, I can't believe that we actually do this for a living. This is awesome.
Well, you do.
Oh, that's true. You still got one of those job things.
I got a job, but the wife got to quit her job. Yay.
Yeah, no, I can't.
Good for her.
I couldn't pay the bills, so I started making bitcoins. That's what I'm going to title
I
the
want
video.
you to do a video.
I sucked at mining, so I made Bitcoin.
I so badly want you to just make a candid video where you have like Timmy or someone following you with an iPhone, filming you going into random places, legitimately straight-faced trying to buy stuff with that. Just like grabbing something, putting it up on the counter, and have them give you the price, and just be like, cheek, just count them out and put them down, and straight-faced when they tell you they don't take it, be like,
freaking awesome.
What do you mean?
Yeah, because aren't there some businesses around that have like the little sign on the front that says Bitcoin accepted here or something like that?
I don't know, not out here, but
I think in Japan and stuff, not here, but that'd be cool to walk in
badly. I so badly want you to do that, and then you title it "Fat Guy tries to spend Bitcoins" and go viral. I just made your future. Do it.
Or another video, I could go outside with a pitchfork and just start hitting the ground and then digging the hole and like pull one of these out and be like, "Yeah, I got one," and then like put it down and then start mining in another place.
But I don't think that'll be as funny as the straight-faced trying to spend your plastic Bitcoins.
That's true. They're not plastic. They're bronze,
They're
man.
still mostly plastic.
No, they're 80% bronze. 20%
bronze.
plastic.
It's bronze
so
and filled. It's not the same.
They are mostly bronze.
No, they're not.
Eat a bleep.
Eat a dick hole.
Oh yeah, was it Jay's a dick hole? Hashtag Jay's a dick hole? I forget. What was the hashtag?
Yeah. I think if you guys want to see Jerry go and do that candid video where, you know, it's not like from your perspective. Somebody has to be following you and filming it from a distance. Push 1 in the chat if you want Jerry to do that video. Jerry caves to peer pressure. He'll do this if enough of you guys pressure him.
Just to walk into places and try to buy things with Bitcoins?
Yeah, just but
like go to the Lotus dealership and they'll be like, "All right, that'll be $49,000." I'll be like,
no. Places that are still tech relevant. Go to like Radio Shack.
Oh yeah, no, that's a good idea. Like Fry's Electronics or something. Go to like a big box store and be like, how much is that in Bitcoins? And then like pull out my Bitcoins and set them on the counter.
No, not even that. Don't even ask. Just I'm serious. Just grab something, go up to the counter. They're gonna ask you if you want the service plan. Be like, no, thank you, not today. And they're gonna be like, okay, that's $48.95, and literally pull out your wallet, take out like 2 Bitcoins, and put them on the counter, and then just like you put down your card, and just
oh my god,
straight face reaction. I'm telling you, you need to do that.
Well, we'll see how they turn out. If I polish them and they look good, and I can get them looking like genuine money, like I will go and do that. That will be hilarious.
It would be totally worth it too.
So somebody put it up above. It's like, isn't it illegal to make Bitcoins? I was like, Bitcoins are digital currency. Like making a physical one, this should not fool anybody. If this fools you, then I don't know.
Jerry, that is not legal tender, sir.
Yeah. Sir, this is a Bitcoin. Before I shove it into the motherboard, this is what it looks like.
Look how many people want you to do that. People are pressing 2 for Spanish.
Oh, I saw a 42 in there too.
Someone pressed 2 for Spanish.
2 for Spanish.
See,
oh man, I might have to talk to the comic shop TV guys and see if they want to do a skit with that. That would be pretty damn funny.
I don't know what you're waiting for, man. I just gave you gold.
Just gave me gold. Now watch, if I go make that video and it goes like completely viral, then Jay's gonna be mad. Just like when he made my bobblehead figure for my channel and everybody accused him of copying me.
I know, right? I made your graphic and all of a sudden I was told I was copying. That was the best
thing ever. Jay made my graphic that's actually on my business card, on my YouTube page, and it even says graphics by JayzTwoCents on my banner.
And I didn't even ask him to do that either, by the way.
Yeah, and everybody accused him for the longest time of copying me when he had his bobblehead graphic and he made mine.
Yeah, I made yours first.
Oh, the internet is a harsh mistress.
Yeah. No. All I ask is that you use that new feature at the bottom and give me creative credit.
Do it down the bottom. Say creative credit by JayzTwoCents.
Well, no. You know, at the bottom of uploads now, you can actually attribute.
Yeah. I've been using it. I've actually been putting audio sprite in on the last few videos.
Yeah.
I'll have to start putting Jay. Is there a funny one on there that I could put you in, like craft services or something?
Jay is key grip of Jerry's
Oh my God,
channel.
dude, I'm going right now to see if there's craft. I'm going to add you as craft services if they'll let me. I'm going to do it. Jay is officially craft services.
If you guys don't know what that is, craft services is like the food service for all the movie making sites or movie making companies.
Yeah, you manage the coffee pots and the food table, the buffet. Here, I'm doing it. All right, I'm going to my 3D printed GoPro case video that I just made. And I'm going to go to, all right, down to the bottom. Let's see what I can add as. We've got actor, cinematographer, collaborator, director, editor, executive producer, extra, makeup artist, producer, makeup artist would be good, set designer, sound designer, writer, lighting, or music. I'm going to go with makeup artist. JayzTwoCents. There you are.
Oh,
Jay is now the makeup artist in every one of my future videos that I do. This is going to be epic.
And I now get 1/10 of a CPM every time you get a view.
No, you don't. Delete.
No, I'm just kidding. I wanted to see what you would say. Oh my god.
Oh, dude, it would be worth 1/10% CPM just to see everybody see Jay's the makeup artist. What?
What I love right now is I just saw something go by and says Jay is too much like Linus. Be yourself, Jay. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm pretty sure I'm a little more off the cuff than Linus, just a tad. I don't script everything I say either.
Yeah, we don't script anything.
See, there he goes again. Jay is too much like Linus. Stay original, Jay. AA. What does AA mean? What's AA? Is he an Alcoholics Anonymous? Maybe.
Yes, I think so.
With comments like that, I believe he might be an alcoholic.
Dude, I had somebody leave a comment today. I was laughing so hard. It was on I was on Tech Syndicate's video last night on 3D printing.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was ribbing me. Oh my God, you cheated on Jay. But anyways, somebody left in the comment. They're like, you're just riding the coattails, Barnacles. You're just riding the coattails of Logan and Linus. And I was like, and being on their shows. That's the only reason you're even remotely significant or something. I replied back and I was like, you realize I've never asked to be on either of those shows. I was invited. And on Linus, I was invited 3 times. Like, I didn't ask.
Remember
like,
this time last year when you were on like every live stream there ever was on YouTube?
That was so funny. I wouldn't turn anybody away.
You were even on the Bad Kid Cast.
I was on the Bad Kid Cast, which is like the worst karma cast.
And then
ever.
they turned on you.
And then they turned on. I found out they turn on everybody. It's what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on Bad Kid Cast. Then I'm on PKA, which is basically like their mortal enemies. I was on, Drunk Sex Podcast, which is just a bunch of drunk people talking about random shit on Google Hangouts for hours. I've been on a lot of
And it all started with Tech Talk.
It did. It all started with Tech Talk with Jay.
I met you right around the time I was looking for a permanent co-host, though, so the timing couldn't have been better. Guys, can you do me a favor? Can you guys stop with the Jay is better than Linus and Linus is better than Jay type of stuff? We all are a part of the same community here.
It's okay if you say Jay is better than Barnacles or Barnacles is better than Jay, but let's not bring Linus and stuff into this. Come on.
What I love is the person who screen capped me saying that my computer was better than yours by a mile, but they didn't show the next 2 subsequent messages I had, which is where I said, but if we're talking about pure setups, Jerry wins. And then the next one where I said, I feel if I give Jerry enough shit about his computer, he will actually upgrade.
I'm working on that, by the way. I've got some plans in the works to get me some new PPU. It's going to happen probably around December, hopefully.
Well, the awesome thing is by the time you get your next computer built, I will have only had, 4 new ones built. So that's cute.
I know. You should. Hey Jay, you should sponsor me since you're such a big shot now. You should sponsor me.
Oh, yeah, like I should have sent you my 780s.
Yeah, no. I think you should just give me give me Skunkworks and just build another one. You should just send it to me.
I'm already working on another one.
Yeah, don't you always send your computers to people when they just ask you to give it to them?
It was funny is how many messages I get per day of people asking me to sponsor their channel.
Oh, really?
I guess that's normal though. I don't know. I really don't know.
I don't get a lot of people asking me to sponsor their channel. I just get a lot of people asking me to like tweet their stuff out or send them money or do their GoFundMe campaign.
I find it surprising. I'm really never asked for shout outs or anything. Like maybe one or 2 a week, or like, hey, could you shout me out? And it's always like, sorry, I don't do shout outs because they don't really seem to work. And but I like your stuff, keep it up, and be honest about it. But I don't do shout outs or hey, can you retweet this? Because let's face it, nobody really pays attention to that stuff.
That's true. I find that most of the people that I deal with like through email are actually like fairly rational, nice people. It's the people that you deal with through like YouTube comments are the worst, followed by social networking, then email. Social networking and email though are usually pretty decent.
Yeah, Skunkworks is getting a little dated.
Oh, let's see what do we got here. Sarah says, Jerry, do you still use the Robo? What do you think about the R1? Actually, I don't have an R1 yet. I'll have an R1 in 2 weeks, and I'll do a full review on it. The thing that I'm interested in is it's got auto bed leveling, which I've never had before on a 3D printer, and I'm curious to see how well it works. If it works really well, that's going to be a great printer, because that's the hardest part about 3D printing is leveling the freaking bed.
Oh, okay. So how do you level it now? With the feet?
Now you literally have to put a piece of paper under it and turn screws to like get the bed like tensioned right on the screws so that the print head is sitting like, you know, a fraction of a millimeter off the surface.
Right.
And
so because if it starts to move up and down and it's not leveled, it could turn on the way down, right? Like tilt.
Right, or the material won't stick properly, or it'll clog the nozzle. I mean, literally, it has to be the width of a sheet of paper. Any more, any less, and you have problems. So it's a little bit of a tricky thing. Now, I've done so many 3D prints now that I can eyeball it and get it right every single time. But it was a huge pain in the beginning when I was doing 3D printing. I mean, bed leveling. Now, the one thing I like is the new Ultimaker has a metal bed in it, whereas the old one had like the wood bed. And the metal bed stays like completely on. I only have to re-level it maybe once every like 20 prints. So I think that's really cool. But having the bed automatically level itself using like, you know, motors and lasers and all that stuff, I'm really curious to see how that works.
Someone in the chat keeps saying over and over, Linus's whole room water cooling. I wonder if they want our opinion on it. Luke talked about that, guys, when he was on the stream with us a few weeks back. He said it didn't really bring the whole temperature of the room down like they were hoping.
Yeah, I didn't.
Because it really, I mean, you still have all the monitors in there. You still have the body heat in there. It was a neat project, though. I don't know if he's put the video up. I haven't actually watched it, but
I think it's cool. I actually think that it does have potential. I just think that it would need a lot more infrastructure to be like really efficient. Like, I think they almost need like a chiller plant outside, like cooling the water down to like, you know, damn near freezing temperature and then pushing it through the loop. That way you're not building up all that heat soak.
All they need to do in Canada is get a backhoe, dig a 4-foot hole, stick a bunch of copper tubing zigzagged back and forth in the ground, put the ground back on it. Yeah. And then find a way to combat the condensation that'll make its way through the lines, and then you've got yourself a year-round chiller, especially in Canada.
That would be an interesting project. I want to see somebody do that. Somebody go make a video where you dig like 100 feet down in your backyard.
Somebody
with, like,
did
one of those drilling rigs and run a hose down there and back and use it for your cooling loop.
Someone already did, actually.
They did?
Yeah, but it wasn't a YouTube video. It was on hard forums a few years back, and he did.
Somebody literally did that.
Yeah, he actually took drums. He buried drums in the ground and tapped into the drums with lines, and then put pumps down there, so the drums are full of water.
Oh, so he had his whole water supply down there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a brilliant idea. I bet you needed one hell of a pump, though.
No, basically, what he did was he did it in the basement. Because the basement, I guess there was a part under the... You know, some basements, there's a crawl space, so you can get under the house, and the basement's like concreted in, but the crawl space is not. He basically just came in through the crawl space and ran the lines down into the basement where he converted it into like a man cave. And then right outside the window of the basement, he had all the drums buried down like 6 or 7 feet. And then just
also, he was literally just pulling it right through the wall then.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking try to take it to the next level and go down like 100, like run a tube down 100 feet. Like I was reading that in Oregon, I guess a lot of the houses use geothermal heating and cooling, and they literally dig like 100+ feet down, and it's just a little hole. It's like a tiny little hole, and then they literally just run a water line all the way down. It's like a U. It goes down the bottom and then just comes right back up, and then they fill the whole thing in.
Right.
And apparently that's enough hose underground that it actually significantly changes the temperature.
Yeah.
Hose. So it'd be interesting to see that. Like if you're in Alaska or something like that, just stick a radiator outside your window. Like if it's always freezing outside, I always thought that'd be kind of interesting because you think the water's probably moving fast enough it wouldn't freeze up in the what do they call it? The radiator.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting. I'd like to see people do that.
Someone's telling me to build a mineral oil PC. Guys, mineral oil PC, it's not new. I mean, I know Luke did it. That was one of the things that got him the job with Linus.
Dude, we had one 15 years ago. At Mother's Board Computers, we had one.
It's not new. It's a disastrous mess to work with if you ever need to change anything out. And you actually burn out fans and things really quickly on them because of the amount of resistance.
Yeah. It is cool, though, to see the fans actually spinning in the mineral oil. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, and then people...
Like the one that...
I've seen people ask me, like, why does it even have fans? Well, like, GPU fans and things like that still have to turn.
Yeah. Well, the one we had in the computer store was literally a little aquarium, and the motherboard was just literally like sitting down in the bottom against the glass sideways, and the hard drive was laying next to it. It didn't have any brackets or anything. It's literally we took a bench computer and just threw it in the tank and filled it full of mineral oil. Yeah, that's it. and it was like no pumps to move the mineral oil around or anything. So all we had was the 180 millimeter fan in there that was just circulating the fluid around in the tank.
I was in middle school the first time I even paid attention to that, and that's like 20 years ago, guys. So mineral oil
really
PCs
old.
is just a like a I don't know, just a fun little project, but it's got no practicality to it.
And if you don't seal it, it like over weeks it got dust and the mineral oil starts getting discolored and stuff, and it actually starts getting pretty nasty. So yeah, it's not a practical thing. I think it works fairly good though. I mean, it's good for dispersing heat. But yeah, if you ever had to put another GPU in or take one out, I mean, it is nasty. You'd have to pour alcohol over the whole thing to just basically dislodge all that mineral oil. It'd be gross. I wouldn't want to do it.
Yeah. Look how many people actually think that's Linus in there. Guys, remember, people like Jerry, Linus, me, Logan, we all have little check marks next to our name. If there's no check mark, it's not the person.
Yeah, just if they don't have a check mark, just ignore them, people. They just want some tensions.
I blocked them anyway. I don't deal with the whole impersonators of anyone.
No, I don't either. The best one ever is when I had an impersonator actually come into a live stream that I was on, and he actually came into my live stream as me and was talking in chat. So I'm sitting there playing the game, and I'm looking over in chat, and I'm like, why is everybody talking to me? Like, what?
But everyone knows you type in chat, so it was easy to pull that one off.
Okay, that one was pretty easy to pull off, but yeah, no, I had to block him too. I actually got somebody got mad at me once. They actually created a whole nother YouTube channel called Barnacules Nerdgasm, and it had a different URL. Like the channel name was different, but the when you clicked on it, it was Barnacules Nerdgasm. He stole my avatar, he stole my banner, and he imported all my videos. And so I reported the channel and got it taken down. And then I get an email from him a day later, and he's like, "I'm your biggest fan. I was just trying to spread the videos and make them more accessible and blah 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 blah. Why would you do that?" And I'm like, because you took every one of my videos and put them on your channel and then monetized them. Like, how does that help me in any way, shape, or form? It doesn't.
Yeah, it's sad how many times we have to deal with that.
Yeah, it's gotten less though now because people find them really quick. Like when people go out and create these mock-up channels, it used to take a while for them to show up, but now it's like the instant they do it.
Because
a bunch of my followers find it. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, we have so many people watching now for like. Just because they'll show up in the relevant videos. We're not sitting here watching our own videos, so we're not seeing the, related videos on the sidebar, and that's where they tend to show up.
Right. 'Tis true, Jay. 'Tis true.
Jay, are you drinking the new Cod Mountain Dew flavor? No, guys, I don't drink soda. This is actually Powerade. I haven't drank soda.
Especially, I don't drink soda that's like named after like poor video games. Oh, burn! Oh.
Yeah,
I remember they had what was that?
Soda.
What was that World of Warcraft stuff? They had those little potions.
Oh yeah, I
remember those.
Yeah, you used to be able to get them at like at Fry's and stuff.
Yeah, and it was like you drank it, and it was like literally sugar water. It was like hummingbird food.
Yeah, it's so gross. Where has Barnacules been absent from YouTube? What? I'm thinking.
I just released a video yesterday.
I think Brian Fay is going through some head issues at the moment.
Brian Fay, I am here. I am here for you. I like how he just puts random number sequences at the end. Like, what is that? He just. I see it, Brian. It hasn't caught up to him.
No,
Brian,
you know why he's doing that, don't you?
Why?
It's the spam filter. So he's making the message different every time.
Look at that! Somebody's being a cheeky little bastard.
Jay, what headset is this? This is my Sennheiser Game Zeros. Both Jerry and I have a review on these. We did these earlier in the year.
Hey, did you see the screenshot I posted yesterday that's from Sennheiser? Sennheiser just randomly tweeted out my Urbanite video.
Yeah.
And they tweeted out on all like 20 of their Twitter accounts in every language in every country. And they did it simultaneously. So I'm like scrolling down my feed and it's like Sennheiser, 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 Sennheiser. And it's like Barnacules, different language, Barnacules, different language URL, Barnacules. So I snapshot. I took a picture of the entire feed was dominated by Sennheiser. And I replied back and I was like, Sennheiser must like my review. Like,
yeah, they've actually been doing that a lot lately, I've noticed. Because they did it with me, they did it with you, they did it with Dimitri over at Harbor Canucks. I don't know what language it is, but you know how every time someone clicks like, if they have their Twitter linked, it tweets us and tells us they liked our video.
Yep.
There's that. I don't know what language it is, but it is like, I un appreciate video. It was like, oh, they appreciate my video. Because so many people don't appreciate these videos. Check your Twitter, Jay.
Why doesn't everybody appreciate our videos? I don't know.
I have to check
my
my
Twitter. I want to please everybody, Jay.
I'm terrified.
Please everybody.
Jay, what mic are you using? Sennheiser E835 hooked up to an Alesis multi-mix mixer going into...
And it sounds good.
It sounds all right. I mean, it's a $100 mic with a $40 mixer. You can't complain.
I'm using a A2020 Audio Technica through a Art Tube Amp MP, using those old school vacuum tubes. Oh yeah, it makes me sound so sexy.
Makes you sound dirty.
Makes me sound dirty, Jay. Let's talk about video cards, not the electrons flow through. Yes.
I don't get this tweet. It says, Jay and Barnacle, do you guys want to talk about how someone posted on 4chan? I don't get that. Do you?
Well, I hear people post on 4chan.
I know what 4chan is. I don't.
Yeah.
How?
I think people post there every once in a while.
Yeah, does someone post something of ours? I don't know.
I don't know. I learned early on just to stay away from 4chan because they're crazy people.
Yeah.
Although it was funny, I actually gained like my funny 4chan stories. I actually went to 4chan. I posted a picture of my nerd cave and a link to the video tour. And immediately everybody started to come back and they're like, "You're not really Barnacles. You're not really Barnacles." So then I took a picture of myself holding the sign, like they always do. It's like Barnacles and I had the date. It's like I am Barnacles. And I posted it up there. And as soon as I did that, it was just wall after wall on 4chan of people trolling me, telling me to kill myself. You're a fat piece of shit. And I was like, whoa, I was like, this is a toxic place. And then I go to my video and every comment in there is like from 4chan, you should go kill yourself. I mean, they literally mobbed me. But then the next day I looked at my stats and I gained like almost, and this is back when I was really small, I gained like 5,000 followers. It was like tenfold what I've ever gained in a day. Because even with all that trolling and all the attacking and everything, it led to people finding the channel. So I guess that's a whole bad attention's good attention or something. I don't know.
Okay, so Kyle Morton on Twitter, he's asking what we think about portrait, landscape, portrait, triple monitor setups. He thinks landscape is too wide, but I have not personally seen either. I personally
call that. Oh, go ahead. Do it.
Go ahead. I have a feeling my answer is going to be a different direction than yours.
Okay, so I ran the setup at work for years. I call it the H setup, where I had the two landscapes and the one portrait in the center. Oh, wait, do I got that backwards? Was he saying run the center one and
center one in landscape, portrait on either side? And a friend of mine on Twitter, actually filled me in on the 4chan thing. I'll talk about that when you're done.
Okay, so the H setup, I actually really like it for productivity because I usually put my documentation, my email and stuff on my side monitors, but for coding and stuff like that, I want to be able to see the line width on the center screen. So I completely love that layout. The only reason I'm not running it here is because if I tried to run these 46-inch monitors up on end, I'd have to like drill through my ceiling. And I don't want to do that.
Okay, so here's the thing. To do that, if you want the overall size of it to be the same, where it's not doesn't look like a TIE fighter on your desk, that means you're going to have to go with really small portrait monitors on the side and a large landscape monitor in the middle. Now, that's fine if you want to do single monitor gaming, which is, it's only going to be the center panel that you play on. The problem with that is that means, one, if you're going to do a surround setup, you can't because they have to be the same resolution and the same orientation. And two, it means if you're not going to do that and you're going to put your graphics card into maximize 3D performance instead of surround, you're going to have them all plugged into the same card, which isn't going to be necessarily a problem. I just personally don't like portrait monitors. Then the 4chan thing. Apparently someone killed somebody and then posted the pictures on 4chan. Yeah. It doesn't surprise me. And somebody, when they filled that me in, it reminded me of the headline. I did see that headline over here on Hard OCP. Grizzly 4chan photos were uploaded by the killer. It's pretty terrible. It says the Grizzly photos uploaded yesterday to 4chan show the body of a murder victim, and I won't say her name, 30-year-old mother of four who was found dead at her Port Orchard, Washington home Tuesday afternoon.
Wait, did you say Port Orchard?
Port Orchard, Washington.
That's where I grew up.
Several photos of Blank's naked body were posted on 4chan about 35 minutes before she was discovered. And see, that's the kind of stuff that gives everybody just a terrible name. That's pretty effed up.
Wait a second. That's crazy because I grew up in Port Orchard. That's my hometown.
Yeah, I'm trying to see here. Oh, okay. Now listen, this was a disgruntled father of some of her kids. So I was gonna say this sounded very personal, and it seems like the killer was a baby daddy. If you know.
Well, the thing with 4chan is 4chan's like Reddit with complete you can be completely anonymous. So people just go and dump stuff there constantly. I mean, that's like horrible.
Yeah, it says right here the anonymous poster wrote that.
I don't even like. I used to a long time ago to 4chan, but all the groups seem to have been completely overrun by just crazy people trying to troll, cause problems.
His comment though on the picture, he posted the picture with the subtitle that said, "Turns out it's way harder to strangle someone to death than it looks like on TV. She fought so damn hard." That's just messed up.
The hell?
Yeah.
No, I noticed something in chat. Somebody, I see two posts in chat. They're the exact same message with the numbers at the end. Barnacles, you grew up in Kitsap County for the win, 3243, and then another one 5 from Gaming Freaks 091 and Brian Fay. I wonder if they're the same person logged in under two accounts.
It's possible. People will do anything to get attention.
Yeah, so I think Brian Fay and Gaming Freak 091 are the same person, just logged in twice.
Weegas says, Jay, can
Actually, you should just block them because they're literally just spamming. Like, I mean, they're filling up the whole thing.
Who is it?
Brian Fay is the one that you need to take out right now, but his
yeah.
potential duplicate account's the gamer guy.
Oh,
Gamer Freak 091. Sorry guys, but just don't be just constantly spamming the stream. You take away from the other people that are trying to.
What was his other note? Gaming Freak?
Gaming Freak only posted once, so I suspect he may have just copied what he said. So we'll leave him alone for now. But Gaming Freak 091's the one to keep an eye on.
Too late.
Right, well, they're both gone. Don't worry, you guys are just blocked for this show. You can come back on the next one.
Yeah.
Just don't be spamming the entire stream because people are trying to chat or trying to read stuff when it's scrolling by 100 miles an hour with the same message and you're trying to circumvent the spam. See, this should be the indicator. If you're trying to circumvent the spam filter, then that's probably a good indication that what you're doing is not good.
Let's see. See, now I'm seeing another person spamming another message over and over again. I don't know if it's true or not. It says it's their birthday. Happy birthday to you. You know who you are. I don't want to say your name in case you are spamming. This is why we don't address the chat a whole lot, though. But anyway.
Yeah, a lot of people ask why we don't address the chat. Well, I think, yeah, this is a good enough answer. It's like, this is why we stick to social networks, because people don't do this crap really on social networks.
Speaking of social networks, why don't you go ahead and check out the Twitter real quick?
Oh, I'm going to check out the Twitter for the Ask TikToks.
Yeah, my friend wants to point out, because I guess I didn't mention it, the guy is in custody, by the way.
Good. I just want to go look him up to see if I know him.
I don't feel like this was the kind of guy who was trying to get away with it, though.
Well, obviously, if you're posting videos online and everything, I don't think that's your higher goal. So, Akil Aurora on Twitter asks, "How's Windows 8 working for you, Jay?"
8.1 with its latest updates, not so bad. I mean, everything's working pretty smooth. There's only a couple of programs I've had some issues with, but usually an update on their part fixes it. Yeah. I don't like how I have two taskbars, though. I don't like how the monitor up top has a taskbar and the monitors on the bottom has a taskbar. Because Windows 8 has this thing, apparently, where it wants to put a taskbar in every individual display.
I think there is a way to cripple that. I forget how. It's a registry setting, but there is a way to do it.
Oh, yeah. If you have to go into the registry, then I haven't looked there. But I've looked through all of the resolution settings, and I can't make that go away.
Yeah, no, because I've done it. I've done it before, where you just have the one taskbar on the screen. It didn't work, so I know it's possible.
The other thing I don't like is how the cursor wants to pause when transitioning between the top monitor and the bottom monitor. Like, it wants to stop at the bottom of the top monitor and then go down to the next one instead of just being a fluid transition between the panels.
Yeah, to fix that, you have to disable the hot region, or the hotspot region. There's a setting for that, too. I can send it to you offline.
Yeah, I couldn't find where... I looked for it last time we talked about it. I couldn't find it.
Install Classic Start. They actually have the little registry hack built into it. You just go into Classic Start and say disable the hot spots on the edges and bottom of the screen. Okay, so we got a... Oh, this is hilarious. This is one that I actually wanted to talk about earlier. This should have been one of the topics. Was the CNN election commentators all had Microsoft Surfaces in front of them. Did you see this? But behind them, they all had iPads.
Oh,
so
geez.
Microsoft basically paid CNN to basically have a Surface presence. So they all had Surface 3s in front of them.
But they weren't using them.
But they weren't using them. As the camera panned around during the live broadcast, you could clearly see that there was iPads sitting in front of the Surfaces. Not all of them, but most of them had iPads set up, literally using the Surface almost as a kickstand.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, so I'm sure Microsoft's probably having a heyday suing the hell out of CNN for that one, because I'm sure that was heavily paid product placement. And there's iPads everywhere. Yeah, it's so funny because you look at these pictures and it's like in one of the pictures, a guy has an iPad sitting on top of his laptop to the side of all the Surfaces. And then they scroll over, and then one of the people in the middle has their iPad set up, and they're actually looking at it with the Surface behind it completely obstructed.
That's so funny.
So yeah, I thought that was priceless. Like,
but from the sounds,
that just tells me they couldn't use them. Like, honestly, if it served their purpose, they would have used it. But it's probably technical problems. They were like, oh crap, the iPads already work. We've been using them for years. Let's just work them in here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean,
It definitely screws up their image though, because like not that anybody trusted CNN in the first place, but
Yeah,
anyways,
really.
it's like it's one of those things where it's like you look at it now and it's like, yeah, CNN, nice, thanks for making it look like you guys are all using Surfaces and like none of you are. That's really cool. Way to go, Anderson.
Well, it's
Cooper.
funny because I went to MSN.com yesterday when I was looking at some of the the final counts and stuff of the midterm elections going on, right? So I went to MSN.com and was reading all the headlines, and then I went to MSNBC.com, and it was so obvious, like, oh, I just flipped over from a conservative page to a liberal page because the headlines were so vastly different.
Yeah,
I saw
someone
is
did a
like
meme of that the other day.
One is like GOP gains control of the Senate. This is great news for the country, and the other page is like the country is doomed. It's just like, oh man,
Yeah, I can't. Somebody posted on my Facebook page. It was one of the ones that was like on one news network. The two bills were called completely different things. Like on one news network, it was called like stricter background checks for firearms. Then down on the bottom one, it was like your Second Amendment rights. Like the way that they were titling it was completely different. And I was like, wow, that's kind of weird. Because shouldn't they just use like one common name for it, like whatever the bill is? But no, they're trying to shine it in a negative or a positive light depending on who they are. It's weird.
Yeah. And if you guys have never voted or you're going to be voting soon because you're 17 or whatever here, I urge you guys to read everything in those propositions. Here's the problem. These politicians are sneaky, and they will put all of the language that you want to read first, but down on the bottom there'll be like some secondary prop built into it. It's like, oh, we're gonna collect $2 from every family per month, and it's gonna go into education. And at the bottom, it's like, but it doesn't have to be spent on education. It's like, what the hell is this? It's like, it can go to the general budget.
591 or whatever, the gun bill that they're trying to pass for, like, they're like, this gun bill will help you keep your guns and keep you safe and allow you to get what you need and everything. Then you read like this fine print. It's like, yeah, but you can't loan your guns to anybody. You can't do this with your guns. You can't do this with your guns. Your guns are subject to search and seizure. Blah 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 blah. I don't know the exacts on it, but it was pretty blatant that what they were advertising it as was completely the opposite of what it really was. Sad thing is, I think that one passed. Oops.
I don't know.
Sucks for us. I can't loan people my guns anymore. It makes me so sad because I used to loan people guns all the time. Actually, that one I didn't care too much for.
Loan, like they could take it with them?
Yeah, like here, have my gun. Go hunting this weekend. You can use my shotgun. You know, it's like apparently that was like a big deal.
I'm gonna go urban hunting. I say now, Jay, where do you like to go shooting? The mall.
The mall. Oh,
See,
that's bad.
That's the kind of stuff that gets you in trouble.
Yeah,
don't go hunting at the mall, guys.
You're going to hell. Do not go hunting at the malls, and make sure that whatever you're shooting has 4 legs.
And that doesn't count. And that doesn't count as someone bent over crawling. Please.
Yes, that doesn't count. Those are still arms, people.
But if you're the president of the United States, you can apparently shoot someone in the face with a shotgun and be all right.
Yeah.
Remember when that happened?
Yeah, I do. I still remember all the memes going around too, where it's like at the bottom, it's like, oh, gun control, and it shows Obama with like 40 guys around him with machine guns. Like, yeah. It's like, well, if you need them, like, he's like, Americans don't need guns to defend themselves. Well, then why do you need guns to defend yourself? Oh, that's different. How is that any different? Like, celebrities have crazy stalkers that try to kill them all the time. I
see a headline here that The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt will have 16 free DLCs. So why not just include it?
I know, at that point, just put it on the disc.
You said disc. That's funny.
Oh, my God. Now we got a new copy and paste going on here in chat. Oh, my gosh, these people.
Google Wallet use grows after Apple Pay launch.
Wait, say again?
Google Wallet... The Google Wallet... Okay, I'm going to change it because their wording is terrible. Use of Google Wallet increases after Apple Pay launch.
Nice.
I wonder how many people...
That double charge crap that was going on.
No, it's saying Google Wallet use was increased.
No, but that's good. Because that means people are moving over from Apple Pay, right?
Or are they saying that
because Apple made it like so popular that now people are actually seeking it out on Android?
I don't use either of them. I don't store my credit card information or my debit card information or anything in any site. Not Amazon, not my phone. I don't keep that information anywhere. And when anytime they're like, do you want to save your information for ease of access later? I reply back, no, because the only person it's really giving easy access to is the people who end up hacking that shit.
True story, man.
What
else we got here?
Home Depot says 35 million email addresses were also taken.
Now they're all gonna get, what is it? The Nigerian's Prince spam mail.
Hello, the king of Nigeria says you win $43 million. All we need you to do is provide us your bank account kindly.
I've been scam baiting a lot of scammers lately, and I don't get replies anymore, and it makes me sad because like I used to get replies all the time to that, but now they're just like so smart they don't even respond to it anymore. Like I had somebody say I won like the British lottery or something like that, and they just needed my social security number and stuff, so I just replied back, and my social security number is like 123456789 and then I said I live at 1 White House Way, Washington D.C. I just basically cut and paste like Obama's address in there, and then I put the phone number to what was it, the FBI. I got the phone number, and I said, hey, give me a call, and I'll give you any additional information you want. I put the FBI's phone number in there. I used to get like death threats back when I would do that, and then now I don't get that anymore. It's kind of sad.
Okay, if you guys are using that site boars.biz or whatever, it's like a torrenting site. 400 police officers raided 121 homes in a crackdown on the popular linking site boars.bz. The homes are believed to be connected with active uploaders of the site, but no arrests have been made. That's funny. So they just walk in there and take your computers and walk out?
I don't even think they can really take your computer. I mean, they have to have... I guess if it was under warrant, they could.
Well, I would hope they have a warrant. Otherwise, they just violated a lot of civil rights, just busting down your door for the hell of it.
Yeah.
What I'm starting to hate is like PC power users are starting to be considered dangerous in the eyes of the government.
It's because some of us are.
Oh, here we go. Nvidia, yeah, that's true. Nvidia announces financial results for third quarter of fiscal 2015. Are you ready?
Yes,
do you guys want to know how they did? They had a record revenue of $1.23 billion in quarter three, fiscal 2015, up 16% from last year. Let's see, they diluted some money somewhere. Record revenue of $3.43 billion in the first 3 quarters, up 15%. So Nvidia is on the rise. Interesting. It was all that Titan Z sales.
Nvidia.
The way it's meant to be played.
Hey, every time we say that, do we get money from somebody? I'm just curious.
I do.
I'm poor people, Jay. Come on.
It's my channel.
I get it. I want some money. Oh my God, can you at least send me a box of Cheerios or something? Jeez, I'm dying over here.
Amazon tries out taxi deliveries in California. Amazon is using the taxi hailing mobile app Flywheel to ship parcels via licensed cabs.
Man, Amazon's really trying to break into the... They're like, we're going to fly packages to you with drones. We're going to be using Uber to ship packages right to your house.
What I do love about when I order something from Amazon that's at the local warehouse, though, it's the same-day delivery. That's pretty awesome.
You know what is interesting, though, is... I guess that's kind of a cool idea if you think about it, like to use the cabs. Like if you need to get something really fast and you don't have a car.
Hey, are you going that way? Here, take this. Yeah, but now all of a sudden the safety and security of your package is with a third party like that. I'm sorry.
Cabbies drive really nice, though. I was in New York. It's such a smooth ride. I swear I thought I was in India, dude. When we were in New York driving, it's like half the time you're in between the lanes just running people out.
I remember when I went to Boston and I took my first Boston cab ride. I got in, I was all chatty with the guy, and then we hit the expressway, which is underground in the tunnels, like under the Charles River. And I remember by the end of it, I was like,
no, we literally took like cabs and Uber and all those services the whole time that we were in New York for World Maker Faire. And every time I get in there, they just pull out, honk, honk, pull out, honk. and if they needed to get over into a lane, nobody would ever let them in. So what they do is just slowly get over until they were like almost touching them and basically force them out of their lane. And that was like normal driving behavior. At first, I thought just the guy was like a dipshit that was driving me from the airport. But no, everybody drove that way.
I get it. I get that what they have to do to get around. You know what I mean? Did it just...
Oh my God, this just showed up on my Twitter, dude. I about lost it. Oh, okay. I'm going to retweet. That's getting retweeted, Dan.
You know what, Dan. You know what I love, though, Jerry, is when you're talking to the cabbie, it's almost like that Dumb and Dumber moment, and they're like this, and they start, like, they'll just kind of, like, arm over the chair and start looking back at you while they're driving. That's actually happened. That's scary.
Oh, my God. No, it was an experience. Don't get me wrong, though. I like New York overall. Like, I thought that I was going to be overwhelmed in New York because I'm kind of a country boy myself. But no, walking around Manhattan and stuff, I was actually surprised. People are fairly nice.
What do I think of Frame... Zach Engelmeyer says, "What do you think of frame rate caps for some of the newer PC games?" I think if the engine requires it, then that's fine. If they're like 30 FPS capped, like what's going on with console, that's a little bit crappy. What is it they were calling it? They're calling it like cinema effect. I know what cine lenses are and cinema effect and all that is in movies, but when they're trying to like mask the shitty optimization for consoles and calling it like, oh, it's cinema, come on.
That's exactly what they're doing. That's all they're doing. I love how they try to spin this like, oh, we're trying to make it look like a more cinematic experience. No, it's because they literally can't get a good frame rate with their engines anymore. So they're like, oh, well, if everybody runs at 30 frames per second, then we can actually de-optimize the shit out of our stuff and get away with it much faster and go to market much quicker.
Yep.
No frame rate. I say no to frame rate caps. There is no legitimate reason to have a frame rate cap unless you're doing 3D.
Okay,
if you're doing 3D and you need the stereo effect, then you need to have a fixed frame rate. But
okay, now Shadow of Mordor. Everyone begged me to start including Shadow of Mordor, and then I quickly realized it was really stupid to include that in my benchmarking lineup because it has a hard cap of 100 frames per second. It is not a demanding game. Shadow of Mordor can reach 100 frames per second with a 280. But here's the thing. There is a soft fix for it where you can go in and change some lines of code and actually remove the cap and get upwards of like 135 frames per second. But then you start getting crazy artifacting and glitching textures. So it clearly is an engine limit in that case. But yeah, I haven't tried out the
shitty engine.
I haven't tried out their super high res texture pack yet. But even then, I'm not even really all that like, ooh, textures.
So, okay.
Yay.
So I'm okay with the frame rate cap, but they should be shooting for like 120 frames per second, not for 30. Just saying.
Well, yeah, especially when you...
Because when you consider like all the monitors and stuff coming out, like everything's 120, 144, 240 hertz. I mean, that's like what everybody's doing. So
well, there's no such thing as
going.
there's no such thing as a PC game that's capped at that rate, but the console versions of these games are obviously dealing with that.
Oh, now we got the torrent of pictures coming in here on the Facebook front.
Yeah, I see.
Hey, look, I'm Jay. Look, I'm Jay. And they even changed out your little mic thing to YouTube.
No, mine. I normally am on YouTube.
Oh, yours says yours. Oh, okay. Maybe your other camera's seeing that one or something. Oh, they pulled it from an old video. That's what it was.
Yeah, that was 2 weeks ago.
Huh? Somebody's like, is it just me or does this look like an orgasm face? Yeah, that's you guys captured my orgasm face.
Yeah, man, I'm tired.
I know, I am too, man. I haven't slept well in like 2 weeks. I don't know what the deal is. I stopped drinking coffee and I think it screwed with me. And today I had a coffee. I fell off.
I have a coffee waiting for me in the other room right now.
Oh my god!
Right. So there's a lot of people still who've come in late asking, Jay, did you talk about the 290X you were talking about? That's kind of a funny sentence. So anyway, tomorrow or Saturday. Where did they?
Oh my god! I'm gonna lose my shit right now. I'm gonna lose it.
Who is doing that? Because they're doing way too good at it.
Oh my god, dude. Okay, I'm saving all of these. Save image. Oh my god.
I have not checked Twitter in a while because my desktop Twitter will not actually update. It's being weird.
That one was by at Mr. Ramen 1124. Thank you, Mr. What is it? Mr. Ramen, MRAMAN 1124. That guy.
Okay.
You know what? That was so damn good. I'm gonna follow him. That's it. Dude, just followed you. There you go. Thank you.
I don't know. I don't see any pictures. I don't see any pictures on my because for some reason, and I don't know, is this still happening to you, Jerry, where if I go to twitter.com and look at notifications, it's not updating?
I've gotten the thing up at the top where it says that I have new stuff, and I got to click that to see it, but I haven't.
No,
seen
like
the part
if
where
I
it doesn't
click
update at all.
if I click notifications, in Google Chrome right now, like I see 2 minutes ago, 37 minutes ago, 51 minutes ago, and then like 4 hours ago. I don't see like if I go to my phone, I've got like 90 notifications. So I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I don't think I don't have that problem. But then again, I've had severe AJAX problems before with Twitter and Facebook when they're deploying updates. Because I leave tabs open and stuff like that, and they don't pick up like scripting updates, and then everything falls apart from there.
Falcons on Twitter is asking me, Jay, what makes an HTPC in your mind? Now, there's a couple of different ways I can interpret this question. One, how do I put a home theater PC in my brain? that'd be painful, but it probably is doable, and I probably wouldn't get to reap the benefits of that. No, basically a home theater PC to me just means it's a small console type PC case that can fit in a home entertainment center and is running a home theater, like what is it, like Windows Media Center, right? Something
Yeah,
like
it
that.
doesn't even really have to. It's just a system that's connected up to media center components. Like it's designed to integrate with your home entertainment center.
And you can buy. Sorry, I'm just looking at that picture. You can buy like remote control IR remotes and stuff that plug into USB to your PCs. You can control it remote control for movies and things.
Logan from Tech Syndicate replied to my photo and said "in before browsers" logo. Oh my god! Okay, somebody please take the meme of me like making the face and put browsers at the bottom. That's all you got to do and repost it. I will retweet it.
I thought it was Brazers. I could be wrong.
Is it Brazers? Dude, I don't know how to pronounce it. I just know how to click it. I mean, not click it. I mean, stay away from it. Not ever go. I don't know what browsers is. Do you know what browsers is? I don't. No. I have no idea. I don't even know how to pronounce it.
Isn't that a place where you can go like order flowers?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Angry flowers. Ay. Oh, I think it's time to start wrapping this one up.
I think it's time to say. I think we need to end that on my new. I'm gonna make that my new Twitter avatar.
Ay. Nobody ever makes any good pictures for me.
Oh my god, dude!
You know what? I think it's because my face is silly enough to where it doesn't need an edit.
I'm doing it right now. I'm going in and here. Edit profile, change picture, upload new photo. I'm doing it right now.
I'm waiting.
You guys are about to see. You guys are going to see my picture change. It's going to look really weird as a small photo. There we go. All right, apply. Here it goes.
Let me see. Let's go see Jerry.
Right, refresh my Twitter and see my avatar.
It's so bad.
It's so bad. Like I almost can't look at it. It's like I can stand cringeworthy, but that is like that's a whole new level.
You might notice a reduction in your Twitter growth.
I think I'm going to, but you know what? I'm gonna take a risk on that. Oh wow, somebody did a good one for you.
Really? It's not showing up. My notifications.
They
are not
they didn't tag you. Hold on, they tagged me for some reason. Here, let me tag you. You'll see it.
I don't know. My Twitter notifications are not working. There we go. Let's see here.
It's basically you holding the what is it? The R2 with like sun, like giant sun like rays coming out.
God. It's like what's happening with the camera in the background? It looks like a magnetic field emitter. Ay.
Oh, sorry, Barnacles, if this picture makes you look drunk. Makes me look a lot more than drunk. Oh, I'm curious to see how many people that aren't watching the stream that just see my avatar change later are going to be like, what the hell happened?
Ay. All right, guys, it is time to wrap this one up. I have not decided yet if this video is going to go live tomorrow or the next day. It's going to go live soon. I was thinking about actually playing some games tonight. But,
hey, can I have that when you're done with it? You know, it doesn't hurt to ask. You know, just the YouTube
sure.
thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. I might pay shipping, but you know, I'm cash a little tight right now. You understand?
No, it's fine.
Can I pay for it in bitcoins? How many bitcoins is that?
No, I'm super rich. Don't worry about it.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
So yeah.
I forgot. I came down there. I spent most of the time in your private cabana. I remember.
Yeah, and our yacht.
Yeah, totally.
But unfortunately, the river was dried up, so it was a dry riverbed.
So when somebody already screen capped my new avatar, like they're like, "What?" Lol. I'm keeping that. I'm gonna see how long I can keep that before everybody rebels and runs away.
All right. As always, guys, thanks for hanging out tonight. My Twitch, guys, is JayzVFX, JaysVFX. I didn't say I was gonna be streaming. I just said I wanted to play some games.
That's right. So but still go follow him on Twitter though, because every Twitter follower he gets makes him.
Every Twitter follower I get, a Titan Z gets killed, I guess. I don't know, something like that.
That's it. There, yeah. A Titan Z overheats and has to go back to RMA. Yeah, that's it. All right, guys. Well, it has been fun. I'm going to go polish my little head.
And with that, we're going to go ahead and roll that outro.
Bye. Bits and coins and bits and coins and bits.
People keep asking what the name of this song is.
It's called
Nvidia. It's in the game. Nvidia. arm.